my mic is still working. Nice. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm Binary Peels to Higurashi When They Cry. Last episode was a wild one. La- Last episode was a wild one. So let's just continue. Load, yes. And continue. I watched. I'm gonna just be streaming for an hour and a half because these readings are killer on the throat. I already sound raspy. Okay, the next day. It was a strange day. Romeo was desperate to regain her composure. Every time our eyes met, she would say that she had something to do or that she had to use the washroom and run off. Unable to just run, Rena was taking care of her the entire time. Oh, Rena is the ride or die, as they say. Mion-san, she's acting really strange today. No shit, I fucked up. I know the whole story, but it's hard to explain. There are times when girls are emotionally unstable. Oh, come on. It's best to just leave her alone. No, that's the worst advice. I mean, give her a little bit space, but then try to talk to her at least. Turning around, I saw Rena calling me from the hallway. I wondered what it was. You wondered what it was? Over here, Keiichi. What is it calling me over like this? Is it a secret? Um, that is... It looks like it was a disaster. Yeah. Michan seems pretty broken. I somehow got her working again. I'm surprised you managed it. How did you exactly... Same way I do it with the television. Just come at it with a 45-degree angle. Yeah. Oh, I love Rena now. Son of a bitch. Saying that she made a chopping motion. You know I can tell if you're joking or not, right? She'll be fine by tomorrow. Also, there's something I want you to do, Keiichi-kun. I didn't mean to do anything wrong, but I feel guilty. I'm listening. Thanks. You see, Michan is just going to pretend the last few days never happened. Never happened, huh? I see. Well, that's one way to go around from it. So you see, Keiichi-kun, could you pretend too? That Michan can go back to normal? Oh, this is the worst plan. This is the bad ending. Oh no. Okay, let's all chill. Let's all chill. Maybe it's not that bad. It is that bad. I'm lying. Just doing something as simple as that. Is it really going to be okay? Please, until Milchan gets her feelings in order, just go with it. Okay, I will. Okay, I got it. Even though I shouldn't have been at fault, for some reason I feel guilty. Well, technically, you're not at fault. This is all female emotions going haywire. Like, Michan expects you to be like loyal to her, even though she never asked you to be loyal to her, like in a relationship kind of way. Her sister is a little shit. Those two have certainly friction. You were in the fucking lost. I was in the fucking lost. I didn't know if she was actually me or if she was Shion, and I'm just like, the fucking reveal, man. You got me. The one at fault here was the one who knew about the entire situation, pretending to be Mion for an entire day. Shion. Yeah, she's a little shit. Oh, she never once said that she was Mion. Oh, what am I supposed to be angry at? You kinda can be angry at Shion. Seeing me stomping the ground impatiently, Rena giggled. Well, Keiichi-kun, you know as well that Michan has some cute things about her. Yeah, I know. I like Michan. Rena talked in a calm voice as her hair rustled in the wind. Yeah, I know that she'll never let it be boring. Good. Following this court reply, Rena looked up in the sky and stretched. This is like a dating simulation right now. This is insanity. As soon as you realize that, Kichan, these past few days will soon be nothing more than a story to laugh about. Copying Rena, I began to stretch and look at the sky. This clear sky towered in the distance. There's no club activities on anything today. Oh, you broke me, John. I'm sorry, Kichikun, but just for today, can you go home by yourself? It's all be back to normal by tomorrow. So just for today, okay? Yeah, I get it. If I leave it, if all it took for everything to go back to normal was to leave me alone for today, then it was an easy decision to make. Got it. I can't say it directly to Mion, so I can say it to you. I still feel kinda guilty about it, so I want to apologize. Oh no, the root of the problem was Keiichi-kun saying something insensitive, right? So if you learned anything from this, you need to look a bit into gaining a sense of decency. Decency? Right, I'll try. That day was the shortest day of my life. Rena was talking to Mion while accompanying her around the entire time. It looked like a really fun conversation, so I reflexively thought of joining in, but I had made a promise not to. It seems that Mion was also trying her best to ignore me. No! So likewise, I did my best to ignore her. Oh. So the first time in a while, I ate lunch alone. Mion and Rena ate theirs by themselves. I let out a sigh of ashen mood. Rika-chan came over and patted me on the head. Both Keiichi and me learned a whole lot. I never say it like that. It made me sound like we were having romantic problems. I didn't like that one bit. Hopefully the teacher wouldn't notice and call us to staff room after school or something. I'm sure that Keiichi will grow up to be a wonderful adult. Why does that sound condescending as shit? Pat. Rika-chan is the studious type, so maybe you will grow up to be an amazingly wonderful adult. Of course. When I grow up, I'll be super amazing. When I grow up, I'll be an amazing lady, you know. No matter how old you get, you'll still be a brat. You can put money on it. What did you say? And Satako snapped her fingers with the wash basket fell above her, hitting her squarely in the head. Ow, what did you think you're doing, Satako? Bang bang smash smash, pinch squeeze. It was the day I could thoroughly appreciate the value of having friends. Oh, this is not gonna end well. Okay, I'm at school. Again? Yeah, I'm at school again, okay. Today was Saturday, so school ended in the blink of an eye. It really felt good to go home with the sun so high in the sky. On any other day, our club would have been up to mischief during our ample after-school time, but today Rika-chan had a rehearsal for tomorrow's Watanagashi to go to. How is it going, Rika-chan? Oh wait, shouldn't I? Okay. Do you have it down in practice? I'll try harder than last year. You were so exhausted and sweaty after last year's ceremony. You look far more fit for the role this year. Please look forward to the fruits of her training. The Watanagashi festival everybody been talking about was tomorrow, wasn't it? The festival being in June felt a little early to me, but the one set of summer came quickly this year, so in a fit of the image of summer festival pretty well. I really hope when I go to Japan I'll see a festival, just because I'm interested in how it looks. Okay, we'll be off then. Look forward to it tomorrow. Good day to you all. Why am I yawning? Satako and Rika. No! No, where are the log? Satako and Rika-chan waited us energetically and left. Thank you. I like the log. Thank you, log. Thank you, Laga-chan. You know, I never asked. Where is the festival happening anyway? I don't remember being around here that seems suited for hosting one. They do it at the Furade Shrine. We went there for a walk one day, remember? It was that place with the really good view. Oh, right, I remember. That was a shrine all the way up on the hill, wasn't there? It seems far too grand for Hinamizawa. There's a great meeting hall in the shrine too. The older people get together there and sing karaoke or practice calligraphy for the time to time. It's more like a recreation facility than a simple shrine. I see. I guess it makes sense that it looks so grand then. Mi-chan, is your family going to help us set up today? Yep, we have a male hands for that. Most of our relatives are coming from town to help. Male hands, huh? Well, I mean, I have nothing to do at home today, so... Would it be a problem if I screw my way into there and help too? Huh? You want to help us, Kei-chan? Not if it'll bother you at all. I was just kind of interested. We had bond dances and other festivals in town I used to live in, but I didn't even know where they took place, much less wanted to help. You could say that I had absolutely no connection to the region. Having come to Hinamizawa though, it really made me feel like this place was home that I had returned to. Before I knew it, I harbored a little interest in the small community activity of preparing a festival the day before. I wonder if you are able to, Keiichi-kun. There's a lot of building tents and setting up chairs. I hear it's pretty hard psychical labor. I mean, I wouldn't be doing it alone, right? The more hands we have, the faster it'll go. Sorry, I just swallowed spit. Mion looked happy to hear that, but at the same time her expression was completed with hesitation. Rena gave her the little push for me. It's decided then. You should go for it, Keiichi-kun. He's all yours, Mi-chan. Put him through the ringer. Well, I can't argue with the recommendation from Rena. Okay then, go home first, put on some work clothes, and come to the shrine. I have been watching so many old anime. Like anime from the 80s and 90s that were made by Studio Ghibli or other companies similar to Studio Ghibli. And usually it depicts the time of era they were in, and I never knew that they had like specific work clothes. I know that's a thing now, everybody has work clothes, right? But at that time I was like watching them pluck some specific flower for the red tint that they make for makeup. I don't know what the name of the fucking anime is, but it was so interesting. They had this like working pants and they worked in the field and all that. It was really cool. I liked it. Oh, you might want to bring a towel to wipe your sweat too. Got it. I may look scrawny, but I'm actually quite breaking a sweat under the hot sun. Careful you don't hurt your back, okay? Right, enough of my old man spiel. I'll go to the shrine too, as soon as I've changed. Please be Mion, not Shion. Mi-chan, you do your best too. Bye bye. Mion waved vigorously at us and left. As far as I could tell from her gallant, repeated figure, she seemed to have recovered from the weak state she had yesterday. Girl, quick to get over things. Mi-chan is already fine. Right, her switching back to normal so clearly makes it easy for me to talk to her. Oh, you don't know girls. Oh, you don't know girls, do you? Honey. We don't forget. Oh, we have it marked in our brain. We have it categorized. When shit goes down, we bring up the past like it's a motherfucker. I swear. We remember everything. It was kind of funny though, wasn't it? Kind of like Cinderella. Like you can't meet her anymore once the magic wears off. Rena began to giggle a far bit in amusement. Did she think she liked this sort of thing? Accidentally me going along with it gave me a weird hard to describe feeling. Did I turn myself into a plaything or did they do it for me? If you think it's so funny then you should try pretending to be a different Rena too. Yeah, that sounds like fun. Keiichi-kun, what kind of Rena do you want to meet? One with a bust size of at least 90. Huge knockers that you're okay with me touching. I can't do that. She'd be great at cooking and make me lunch and come see me in the mornings. I do that already. I pulled Rena's head into a tight grip, then started to pat it. You're Rena, Ryugu. Rena, not Rena. So you just stay as Rena forever, got it? Thanks. Have fun helping set up the festival. You got it. Let's meet up tomorrow. Oh, Sheena is so definitely going to be there. I'm so fucked. I got changed right away and sliding a towel around my neck like Mia suggested. Set off for the shrine. Oh, this is the happy music. At the shrine, there was more people than you'd imagine, even live in Hinamizawa. There, all cordoning of areas and cordoning of areas and setting up that frameworks, chatting among themselves as they did so. All right, where is Mion? The liveliness of the song didn't make it easy for look for her. In a search around, as I already worked there, and suddenly the principal called out to me. Well, if it isn't Maibara-san. Oh, Maibara-kun. Why Maibara-kun? Don't say that about your students. Interesting. Have you come to help with the Nagashi setup? Hello. Yes, I was just wondering if there was anything I could help with. How commendable your attitude is. Feel free to sweat to your heart's content. Wahaha. I'm not an anime character, I can't do it. If you want a sub twang, I could do it, but I can't do Japanese style voice acting. Spurred on by the principal, came upon a group of, oh, maybe Russian. That's also a thing. I came upon a group of people setting up dress. What was this? It's my Barachan. Did you come all the way here to help us? If I hadn't found Mion yet, but I suppose it'd just get in her way if I ran into her. Yeah, I'm here to help. Just tell me where you need me. Your young ones have all the vitality. Here, grab some work gloves. You ever built a tent before? No, never. Delighted in teaching a new skill to someone younger, plenty of people happily taught me all sorts of things. Okay, kid, go inside the tent and tie up just the cords for the top. After that, we'll stand it up and tie the rest of them. Butterfly knots are okay, right? There's there and there. All done? We're standing it up. 1, 2, 3. What was once nothing more than a collapsed tent was raised on 4 splendid legs before my eyes in mere moments. Wow. Seeing it put together like this is actually pretty moving. Come on, no time to share in wonder. We got a lot more to do. We packed the tents into the truck, so go get them from there. They're heavy, so take someone with you. Nah, I'm good. I may look scrawny, but I'm actually pretty strong. Whoa. They look light enough, so I thought they were heavy. That's what I told you, to have somebody to help. Come on, said the man, lifting it up with a grunt and taking it under his arm. Either I'm weak or these old guys all have superhuman strength. Let's go! You're the youngest one here, so we're going to make you sweat for it. Do your best. Why are you making... Okay. Oh, yeah, probably because he has most stamina. Beer after work is the best. He's a kid, like he can't... I'm a minor, exactly. Sweat dripped from my body. I had been fully and completely absorbed in helping them. I would never have thought the cold, barley tea from the women's society could taste this delicious. You're so young. Make sure you drink a lot. Thank you. It was then that I realized a cry transformed near the shrine a ways off. When I took a closer look, I saw a girl dressed in a shrine maiden grab and a handful of old men looking like they were preparing for the ceremony together. Is that Rika-chan? Hey Rika-chan, do your best! I shouted and it seemed like she heard me. Rika-chan positively exploded with vitality, answering with a smile. The older guys with me watched Rika-chan as well with the distant gazes. Rika-chama is doing a great job. She seems far more... Why is Chama? What's Chama? I never heard of Chama before. She seems far more used to it than she did last year. The old lady who gave me the tea clapped what looked like a prayer bridge in her hands and said, Rika-sama! We thank you, and just like that began to respectfully pray to her. Huh? I just remember they called it the Futurude Shrine. Wasn't Rika-chan's full name Rika Futurude? Furude, not Futurude. The man standing next to me answered my question. That's right. Rika-chama's Chama, again with the Chama. Furude clan is ancient and honorable and was worshipped by Oyashiro-sama for generations. Huh. I did always gotten the feeling that she wasn't quite your average person, but it turned out she was from an esteemed family. After her father, who was a shrine priest, died the year before last, Shirley's been doing her best to learn the rituals. I wish the priest could have been here to see how wonderfully she grown up. What, Rika-chan's father passed away? Okay, break time's over. Let's get the chairs. We're not using back to the gym in Okinomiya. Maki-san, pull the truck around here. Take a few people with you. Alright, my Barakun, let's get to work on the last job. Okay. You're gonna make me do the work? I can't tell if they're known I'm a minor now, but the older man all cheered me on, encouraging me to do my best, that the beer will be great. I am a minor. Stop it with the beer. Kei-chan worked hard, I see. I passed by Mion. She was carrying a big cardboard box. It looked like she was right in the middle of working as well. Judging by the sweat sweeping her shirt, it seems she wasn't the only one with his hands full. Yeah, I'm working my ass off. You work hard too. The beer is gonna be great. Ah, you worked to the bone until the sun began to set. It started cooling off. It was soon full-fledged night, and the clear sound of the Higurashi eased the moderate pain I felt. The older guys began their night before drinking party in the tent far bit off, causing quite a ruckus. The shrine grounds, on the other hand, had turned into a lonely road tickled by a cool evening breeze. Also, can I just mention this? The fact that these kids are walking alone at like fucking 9 or 10 p.m. when it's fucking dark outside and you're in a village and there's a lot of forest and it's isolated, you're just like, what the fuck are the parents thinking? But maybe that's normal for like a village type setting, because I live in a moderate town. It's not like a center man, it's a moderate town, and the fuck, I'm not going out past 9. There's a lot, even though it's like a small town, it's not the safest place. It's not the worst place, trust me, it's a very good town. A lot of good people, but don't go at night. We had a gymnasium where I have it. It's like there was a rule that if you wanted drugs or something, you had to go there after 11 and you would get them. On school grounds, by the way. when everybody was gone. And I was just like, that sounds bad. That's very bad. And one time my friends, we were hanging out, and one of my friend's boyfriend like called her to come there, meet up with his friends. I'm just like, are you all fucking crazy? The drug den is there. I'm not fucking going there. And it was past like 10. And I was very afraid of that part. Like, if the rumors were true. Which, by the way, they were. Don't do drugs, kids. Don't do drugs. Despite being fast, it was just a little while ago, the wind felt good. I leaned on one of the stone guardian dogs at the front of the shrine. Also, I like the fact that it's a dog. Like, I watched Inuyasha like a fucking freak. And I loved every second of it. And I read the manga to the fullest. And I'm very amazed. It gave my legs a good stretch as I let my mind wander, and suddenly a paper cup filled with barley tea was thrust upon before me. Kei-chan, get it to work. Here's something for you. You're so considerate. Thanks, me. Her voice sounded exactly the same, but it felt somehow different. Wait, sure. Hi, Shion. Hey, it's Shion. Don't giving me on all the credit. She isn't considered at all. Don't you get us confused, okay? Shion, you little... Now that I caught you, you're not getting away. It was your mistake, Kei-chan. I've never said I was anyone other than Shion. I guess I can't argue with that. Hee. That's right. You're no match for my older sister, so I can't let you be a match for me either. Anyway, your tea is going to get warm. Come on, please cheer up. I'm trying to make it up with this tea. Well, she did come all the way here to give it to me. I guess I'll accept it. I took the cup and drank it in one gulp. And then suddenly, I heard a loud shout and it got stuck in my throat. Which one is it this time? Is it the real Mion? Shion, why are you hanging out with Kei-chan again? Cause she likes me. I'm a little bastard. Because unlike you, I'm very considerate. Kei-chan was so sweaty, I couldn't leave him alone, so I brought him some tea. By the way, why are you holding 2 cups of tea? Mion's face went bright red and she tried to hide the paper cups behind her back. Give me the goddamn... I'm drinking your tea too. Give me the key. Well, this is... There's no way such a rough, timid, good sister of mine would ever briskly bring a male classmate tea, is there? So what are they? What are those 2 cups of tea? Give me 1 cup of tea. I'll drink it. I'll drink anything from you, Mion. They are... Well... Right. I was just thirsty. I figured I'll drink too. That's so like you. Come on, chug. Shion cheered at her. Mion drawn both the cups of tea one after other. Cough. What a fabulous drink that was. I expected nothing less from you. Kei-chan, you gave her a hand too. Wait, suddenly this situation has gotten unbelievable. Mion doesn't usually get manipulated so easily like that. Fuck you, man. Sister dynamics are hard. I've known for a while, but Shion is terrifying. Mion, you can't hold your own against Shion. I hate her, and lately I hate her even more. Just then, I heard the snap of a camera shutter. Oh, that's the photographer. Is it gonna be crazy? Hi, baby. How you doing? Good evening. The festival is coming up tomorrow. Thanks for all your hard work setting up today. Good evening. Oh, Shion-chan. It's quite unusual for you to come here. Oh, hey, it's Tomitake and Takano-san. Good evening, it's been a while, hasn't it? So you're that transfer student I've been hearing about, Keiichi Maibara-kun, right? You really did a bang-up job today, I'm impressed. I feel like I've seen this photographer go. I'm remembering him? Before. Have you met before? I'm glad you remembered. We passed many times on the road, Keiichi-kun. I'm Tomitake. I'm a freelance photographer from Tokyo. Then you do recognize me. I'm sorry, but I don't. She's Mio Takano-san. Do you remember when you were at the doctor's office when you still had a cold, Teiji-chan? Mio is one of the nurses who works there. Call me Takano. I'm pleased to meet you. I wonder if she squeezed over them like in the shrine store. That's very thoughtful of you. What? Tomiko seemed to be quite entertained at the Shonizaki twins being in the same place, and he took picture after picture. I've heard about them, but this is the first time I've actually seen a pair of identical twins. They really do look exactly alike. We're not just alike on the outside. See our underwear matches. Oh, this man. Yeah, you idiot. What the heck are you doing? Things never been more lively when the two of them are together. I thought that was exactly the same at first, but I started to get a handle of which one is which. Mion is Mion, Shion is was. She's far better actor than Mion was. In the first place, somebody that could spurn Mion so easily could have shown such a weakness to those large pockets at the ancient court. If that was the case, then that cowardly behavior from the day was all. It was all complete act. Yeah, she's a little shit. Have you not noticed her being a little shit? They were even more alike when they were little. I heard even their parents had a hard time telling which one was which. That's really easy to imagine. I totally understand what they must have gone through. Takanago gave a kind of odd look, but explaining would have been a pain, so I didn't bother. Tomitake, are you going straight back to Tokyo after you get your picture of the festival? Yep, through. I would rather just stay here forever. Silly adult things, that's all. I hope your photos win a fabulous prize soon. I've been praying for it. Thanks. Next time I come, I'll bring the pictures I took from you all today. My Barakun, you did a lot of work today. You must be tired from all the psychical labor you're not used to. Well, I'm tired, but it was still pretty fun. Ah, youth, I'm so jealous. Tanaka-san smiled as an adult elegance that no one in my circle of friends possessed. The wind caught her hair. She gave off an intelligent beauty. Oh, why hello everyone! It seemed like a merry crowd of starting out. This time an overweight older man addressed us. And again, it was someone I thought I knew. I'm getting flashbacks of my past life! If I recalled correctly, he is a policeman, isn't he? Oh, Ishii-san! Good evening! Doing a preliminary security inspection for tomorrow. Nah, something like that. Oh, if it isn't Tomitake-san. It's certainly been a while. I'm honored you remembered my name. You really do love Hinamizawa, don't you? The apartments around here are far cheaper than the ones in Tokyo. You should just move here and get it over with. I know a retailer I can introduce you to. I appreciate the thought. I'd very much like to follow up on that. Nah, alright, everyone have a good year. And Happy New Year to the Shinozaki twins, too. Happy New Year, Detective Koyaishi. We appreciate your work. We'd like to end this year festival with the last amount of inconvenience as possible. That's pretty strict on me. Nah. The detective left us with a low laugh and headed to talk to some police officer standing in the ways away. I gave Mio a glance and saw her making an annoyed face, as if she was giving birds to someone she hated. Yeah, it'd be nice if the police didn't have anything to do during the Watanagashi this year. Ah, you'd like this place too, don't you? Oh, you mean to say you dislike it, you son? I quite enjoy such fantastic stories, you know, especially with the time being so dry and uninteresting. The curse. Oh, fuck me, no! Now you give me. No, I thought this was a fucking dating sim now. Now you bring Oyashiro-sama back. The curse of Oyashiro-sama, you mean? Curse. Tomitake said, son, use a troubling word. Then suddenly someone tugged at my arm. Kei-chan, I'm pretty hungry. Wanna go to the tent with the drinks and have some candy and sweets? I'm up for that. I've gotten a little hungry as well. Okay, let's go. A moment later, she sent something to Takano and Tomitake that stung my ears and gave me a start. Oh, fuck! She said it with a straight face. That's the fucking worst. I wonder who will die and who will disappear this year. I pulled back from Mion's grip and stopped abruptly. Shion, what did you just say? I felt like the air around us dried out all of the sudden. Let's go, Kei-chan. They're talking about something silly anyway. You still haven't told Kei-chan. I'll make a point not to spread stories like that. Shion's cold and quiet tone and Mion's harsh voice were quite the contrast. Hey, wait, hold on. What are you talking about? If you know something, then tell me. It doesn't feel right being the only one left out, you know. I don't understand this. Someone explain it to me. However, Mion didn't seem to at all be willing to grant my request. She squeezed my hand in hers, but when she realized I would hold my ground on this topic, she let go. I'm going to go to the drinking tent first then. If you couldn't come soon, there won't be any left for you. Ah, I get it already. I'll be there soon. Mion left toward a particularly noisy tent on the other side of the shy grounds. Before she got in there, she stopped and turned back around us. I showed no signs of going after her, though she ran off. I could tell you if you haven't heard, I suppose, but it might be smarter not to ask and go with her to eat dessert. Hey, now you're already getting my full attention here. I'm not going to leave without asking at this point. I think Kei-chan has a right to hear this too. My sister was just stealing that from you. Shion's voice was bristling with thorns as if somehow blaming me on. See, something's up with this two. I don't like this. Something bad happened before. What on earth are you talking about? I don't really like people acting like so self-important. Tanaka-san, realizing how prepared I looked across the group of after confirming that there were no objections, she opened her mouth. Do you believe in curses, my Barakun? Curses? I think they're interesting, but I don't really. I felt their cynical stares and winced. It was like they were telling me it was stranger not to believe in curses. You're not wrong, Kei-chan. Curses are just superstitions. It's only natural that you wouldn't believe in them. Mm-hmm. Besides, you can take all the time you need to decide whether to believe in curses after you heard us, though, said Takano-san, giving a little smile. They're trying to scare me. No shit. At least that's what it feels like. Alright, I'll start. Keiichi-kun, do you know about the Hinamizawa Dam project? Oh yeah, the other day the angel mort. Shion or Mion already told me about it. You mean the plan for the great giant dam that would flood all of Hinamizawa, right? That's right. Residents of the town banded together to fight it, and a fierce battle with the government unfolded. I heard that too. The entire village united, using all the power at their disposal, mass media, political influence, other things, and fought the country. The way Mion described it, it made it sound like a boast. Oh, you know quite a bit about it. Yes, you're right. It's practically an epic tale of how just 1,000 or so villages banded together and rejected the government's plan. Do you hear this from my sister? She likes those kinds of epics, you know? Yeah, she told me. There was, however, an office for the Hinamizawa resident opposition faction. It was this shrine. You know the assembly hall? That's where it used to be. Now, with the whole thing is over, the senior citizens just use it for group activities. At that time, though, it was their last bastion. Tanako-san explained this, pointing a finger toward the assembly hall. I had been carrying things in and out of there all day. I mean, I would understand if they would put an office like that in the major house or something, but having an office on the shrine grounds made it feel kind of like a base camp for Sengoku period warriors. That was basically the mindset though, placing the main office in a shrine dedicated to Oyashiro-sama. Hinamizawa's guardian deity was a prayer for victory. Oyashiro-sama, that was definitely it. That mention of Oyashiro-sama occurs before. It is the same Oyashiro-sama. Do you think about Oyashiro-sama, Keiichi-kun? It's the name of the god worshipped at his shrine. It's said that he protects all of Hinamizawa. Well, I don't really know much about him. I see. I think Tanako-san knows more about the rest. Tag, you're it. Well, that is generally the whole story. Oyashiro-sama is the ancient god passed down in the Hinamizawa. The village says he has been protecting this sanctuary for the possession of the outside world. Poisons of the outside world. So essentially, it's a basic standard guardian deity. I guess you can find that sort of god anywhere you go. There's research into whether worshipping Oyashiro-sama is a manifestation of a kind of elitism too. Elitism. Oh, for fuck's sake. What I mean is that the worshippers might think of themselves as chosen people. I'm reading The Summer Hikari Died, and I even watched the show. Kinda reminds me of that. Or did maybe get influenced by what's it called? Higurashi. Believing yourself chosen. A nationalistic belief that you are part of a superior race, that you are a special clan chosen by the gods. They believe they're a superior clan, so they believe strongly in cooperating with others, but the clan also ended up being exclusively toward other clans. I wanted to say child. Exclusionary toward other clans. Okay, that makes sense. I wouldn't go into this too much detail, but it's the sort of natural and religious ideas that lead to war. Of course, it goes for Japan too. A long time ago, the people in Hinamizawa strongly believed themselves different from humans. They were above them. Okay, so, oh god, that's, oh, bad. They believed the interaction with the lower world would sully their souls. So everybody believed that if one from the lower world came to the village, they would be sullied and suffer the wrath of Oyashiro-sama. Apparently that kept everyone away. Villages that hate outsiders coming up all the time in Kindaichi novels. This was once a run-of-the-mill village of xenophobes. Oh my god. That bad. Well, they denied to preserve their pride. It was a long time ago, after all. Things are different now. Shion followed up quickly, having sensed the thorns in Tomitake-san's words. Tomitake-san, embarrassed at what he said, scratched his head. So this shrine worships Oyashiro-sama, thinks of Hinamizawa as holy ground, and it's a symbol of their traditional hatred of the outside world. I get it. So that's why they chose the shrine of Hinamizawa Guardian Spirit as their base of operations to resist the solid dam construction project that came from the outside. Correct. Smile, Takano, pleased. She dislikes stupid people. She must dislike stupid people. Superstition, every last bit of it. The villagers gave everything despite to oppose the dam's construction. And right to the midst of it, the incident drove home the finishing blow. Shirasama's curse. The person managing the construction site of the Hinamizawa Dam was murdered 4 years ago, I believe. It took the newspapers by storm. Do you remember it? No, not really. He had a fight with a subordinate and was beaten to death with a pickaxe. His limbs and head was torn out and remains disposed of. I remember this. What was not found? Was it the hand or the head? One thing was not found. One of those dismemberment homicides. You were all the rage at that point. Such a gruesome incident. But it was just an incident. A person caused the incident after all. Should they really put it down to a curse? Then the following year, the man who had organized Honimizawa's group of dam proponents, he fell from a cliff while on vacation and died. Apparently it was an accident. Of course, most of Hinamizawa was hostile toward him. The police was all over the case as it were a homicide, but in the end it was just judged to be an accident. Now it's an accident. This is the most curse-like one, but it's still far-fetched. And then on the next year, this time the priest of the shrine contracted an unknown illness and suddenly died. This may sound a little bit rude, but the old priest was kinda a wait-and-see type. The whole village was in uproar about the dam, but he just kind of didn't seem to want to bother. The shrine was the symbol of opposition movement. Its priest, well, his attitude worked against him. Oh, come on! The villagers at this time had hoped for a leader, but their hopes were betrayed. Some people apparently pretty angry too. So at that time, all the older people were like, "This is Shirasama's curse." That's what they said. It did seem like every year dam-related people the village had the resentment towards were dying. It was pretty creepy. And also, it's interesting, all of these incidents and accidents always happen on the night of the Watanagashi festival. What? See, starting to sound like a curse now, isn't it? Then the year after that, in other words, last year, the sister-in-law of the man who was the leader of the dam proponents, the one who accidentally died, was discovered that having been beaten to death. Of course, they caught the criminal. See? Really seems like a curse, huh? 4 years in a row. Each one of the accidents were relatively commonplace, but every single one of them happened on the night of the festival, worshipping on Yashiro-sama. This is not normal. The old folks have been blindly accepting Yashiro-sama's curse because of the incidents these past few years. Even younger people too. At first they thought it was stupid, but then nobody makes fun of it. Yeah, I can see where she was coming from. Even me, even if I didn't think there was a curse at all, thinking about the incident made this make me feel like maybe it is real. For example, just look at the preparations for the festival you were doing today. Everything might have gone crazy during the battle against the dam, but just a few years ago, the Watanagashi festival was never this well attended. Well, I guess you're right. If we didn't have Yashiro-samas to talk about, we wouldn't all be coming to the festival like this, huh? There's a lot of people who say that infields might be punished, so they really need to go to Yashiro-sama's festival. Shio nodded as she was mocking herself. So how about now, Keiichi-kun? You starting to get the feeling that maybe, just maybe, the curse is real, aren't you? I mean, you can just laugh out of people related damn construction costs and anything like that. If I feel like this now, then the more superstition member of the village must feel stronger than that. Well, I mean, I still don't think there's a curse. I couldn't understand those that believe there is, though. Wow, Keiichi-kun, you can really keep a cool head about this. Shion grinned. Listen, I rejected the curse. If it's neither a curse nor a coincidence, then what should we make out of this incidents? Tanako smiled playfully as she posing a riddle. Neither a curse nor a coincidence. A murderer, probably. Murderer, definitely. Because every year somebody dies. What should we make of that then? Tomitake-san, catching onto the fact I had no idea what to make of it, opened his mouth and came to my aid. Tanika-san just suggested that it might be the work of real people. Huh? Simple process of elimination would have gotten me there. I was kind of taken aback at not having realized it. The answer immediately. Brain works! Yay! Also watched first episode. Played first episode. So I kind of get who did it. Well, think about it. If it's neither a curse nor a coincidence, people must be willing to carry it out. Isn't that their only explanation, right? Pressed Takano-san. I smiled bitterly in spite of myself. Here was just a few minutes ago, taking a very concept of a curse was absolutely absurd. And she suggested of someone doing, I ended up thinking there wasn't any way it could have been a person. But Takano-san was right. It was either a curse or it was a person's doing. If unrealistic things like curses don't exist, then the obvious next step would be the person thinking it was people behind it. But it, but if that was the case, I glanced at Chion. If the culprit is a person, then they had to be someone from Hinamizawa. That's what the police officers Oyashiro-san thinks right now too. Hey, wait. That can't be. I thought I knew the reason Mion didn't want to talk about this. If Oyashiro-sama's curse really existed, then that's fine. It would be a divine judgment from a Dan project business. However, if Yoshiro-sama didn't exist, whichever it obviously didn't, then the culprit would most likely be someone from Hinamizawa. The villagers had worked desperately to oppose the dam construction project. I knew they had used all sorts of methods to fight against it. If one of those methods was maybe people who whispered that Yoshiro-sama could be doing of a secret group in the dam resist movement. Shion dryly put words to my exact thought. Of course I didn't expect it. She was from Hinamizawa, so I didn't think she'd come out and say it herself. If you calm down and think about it, anyone would come with the same conclusion. There would be more motive than anyone but people who benefit from opposing the dam project, right? I guess that's true. Admitting to the existence of a darker side of the dam conflict would be rude to Mion, who spoke of it so highly. So I couldn't just accept Shion's seemingly logical viewpoint. One more thing, the police probably don't know this. There's proof that someone from Hinazawa committed these crimes and the people of Hinazawa know it. What the fuck? Shion rebuked me to keep my voice down. Sorry, but this proof, what is it? Is the fact that one person dies and one more person disappears. One more person disappears? Did that mean that someone beside the one who died from the curse was a sacrifice? What do you mean by disappear? They just vanish and you never see them again? That's right, suddenly and without a trace. As she spoke, she and pretending to do a trick with her hands like they were making a magical head disappear. One dies mysterious as the other disappears, never to be seen again. A strange vanishing act. But then how does it equate to someone from Hinazawa being the culprit? Well, actually, Hinamizawa has this one really old legend. It's about how people offer sacrifices to Yashiro-sama to claim his wrath. Sacrifices. Yes, they say they used to wrap a living person in a bamboo mat and let them slowly sink into the bottomless swamp. Takano-san, though explaining something pretty terrible, has a look on her face that she did so. As far as I can glean from the literature, it actually took 3 days and 3 nights for them to sink. See, even people a long time like symbolism. When the body sunk, Koishiro-sama's anger would be quelled. Both were submerged into the deep. Ha ha ha! Tanako-san was the only one who laughed at it. Was she telling a joke or something? Shion didn't move to deny it, but it felt a difference in temperature between her cool expression and Tanako-san's. The whole conversation, well, I think you can imagine after hearing it, but the secret history of Hinamizawa, everyone who has been in Hinamizawa for a long time knows this, but they don't talk about it. Tanako-san's not from here, but she knows quite a lot. She really likes local history, folk legends, stuff like that. She learned about it all by herself too. I'm really not all that amazing, just curious, that's all. Like a child. I just want to see scary things for the fun of it. Tomitake-san laughed, a little bit embarrassed. Wait a minute. What does that mean? The other person who disappeared during the accident. You're saying they're offered as a sacrifice? Yeah. Shion answered in one word before anyone else could speak. Someone dies and someone disappears. Well, whether they actually get sacrificed or not is a different issue. But every time something happens in the past, one person died and the other person disappeared. For example, the first one, where the dam site manager was killed, apparently one of the people responsible for that still hasn't been arrested. Couldn't it just mean that he managed to get away? I don't see why we should treat him as a sacrifice. Well, that's basically what I think too. There was also a year after that with the leader of the data proponents. You said that he fell from a cliff and died on vacation, right? Apparently his wife fell as well. The police investigated frequently, but they were never able to find the wife's corpse. The river under the cliff was actually pretty high at the time, though. She could have just been buried underneath the sand of the bottom of some lake downstream or something. The perpetrator of dismemberment like that wouldn't be caught, so they'd be desperate to run away and hide too. I thought I heard about the cases where the corpse wouldn't surface as a person drowned in a swelled river like that. She vanished because she unfortunate accident, but she doesn't seem to be connected to the sacrifices. If it took each past incident turn, none of the disappearances evoked the terrifying of an image. After years after that, with the priest suddenly falling ill, dying, it's much clearer. His wife left a suicide note. They found it in the house that night the priest died. It said something along the lines of her quelling Oyashiro-sama's wrath through her death. The curse seemed to turn in this one though. Well, we may never know the truth of the matter. The swamp the wife drowned herself in was the giant bottomless one of Takano mentioned before. The police investigated, but it all couldn't find where several of her possessions. Never find a corpse. The police suspected it was faked suicide, and they still investigating it now. Someone dies every year in the same way someone goes missing every year. Someone trying to tell everyone who vanished was kidnapped by some extremely efficient means and dumped into the bottomless swamp, still alive and drowned to death. But a curse, that's unbelievable in its own right. And the next year, what was it? The damn proponent's sister-in-law? She was killed. And the same way somebody disappeared. It was a boy around my age named Satoshi Hiyao. They're just kind of giving me all the information. I'm so amazed. He's the nephew by marriage of the woman killed. Shion caught with a slightly strong tone of her voice. She knew the boy who had disappeared pretty well. At least the wife was getting. Well, that's about sums everything up. One person always dies, the other person always suddenly disappears. Leaving the suddenness aside, why doesn't anybody suspect that maybe they all just killed the person and then disappeared? Like, to not get caught? The fact that each incident involved one person disappearing, so that means the first person who dies is because of Yoshiro's curse, the second person who vanishes is because of the village sacrifices. Is that it? Ichigon, there's no curse. Somebody kills the first person under the guise of the curse, and someone takes away the second person to be sacrificed. But Shion, that means the criminal is in the village. That's what I've been guessing from the start. It's pretty shocking, though, we live in a Showa period. It's kind of hard to believe people are committing murders like not using some ancient justification, huh? It didn't have anything to do with our discussion, but I got a feeling that maybe Shion didn't like Hinamizawa very much. Yeah, no shit. Miona enjoyed talking on Hinamizawa in its epic tales, but she hated Voye talking about Oyashiro-sama's curse, which wasn't part of Hinamizawa in good light, no matter how you looked at it. She was trying not to give me the bad impression of the village, so didn't say anything. She, on the other hand, was somehow different. She was rejecting the concept of a curse to purge an Himazawa bad impression, but rather because she strongly believed the member of a village was the criminal behind this. Her conviction seemed a bit removed from the tight sense of community held by people of Hinamizawa. Once upon a time they looked so alike you could mistake one for another. But talking to her today, I was getting a powerful feeling that Shion had a completely different personality than Mion. Than everybody else. They all think someone from Hinamizawa did it, right? Neither Shion nor Takano answered that. The deafening silence told me all that needed to be said. Then let me ask another question. If someone from Hinamizawa is the culprit, then who is it? Neither Shion or Tanako said anything to reply to that question either, but it may have been rude to ask. I had hoped they wouldn't have one. The reason I asked was they argued to their explanation what the culprit from Hinamizawa was nothing more than one possibility. Shio caught my plan. She gave a pained smile and pretty spite of open her mouth to speak. All I said really was amounts of circumstantial evidence anyway. If any of us knew who it really was, we'd have gotten them to police hands already. As would anybody. Then what about Tanako-san? She too smiled dryly and had opened her own mouth. Well, I'd like to clear one thing up. I'm not a detective or anything, alright? In all honesty, I'm not really interested in who the culprit is. Haha, Tanako, you sure are a handful. Tamekake gave a bitter laugh at her surprised opinion of the matter. You see, I just like a cruel, atrocious incident traditional fairy tales. I only enjoy from the curious onlooker's perspective. So even if this string of incidents is not much of a finding out who the culprit is, by enjoying thinking about how the old tradition displayed by some incident themselves still seem to have some pretty deep roots around here. Though she described herself as nothing more than a curious onlooker, her smile was sharp as the tip of a blade. Women like her felt very strange and a little scary to me. Maybe it's just that I was fearful of Eve, that the person whose emotion I couldn't comprehend. Well, I don't think any of this interesting at all. The Watanagashi festival coming up tomorrow, but I don't want anyone to die or disappear. Tomorrow, huh? That's right. I had completely slipped my mind. The string of murder incidents people attributed to Ashira-sama's curse it wasn't over. If last year's incident was the end, then tomorrow night at the festival I wouldn't somebody die and somebody disappear. I do wonder who will die tomorrow and who will disappear though. Tanako-san said, running through her hair with an elegant movement with a thin smile and a voice that nearly made me shudder. She almost looked like she was enjoying the thought of the incidents that could be happening tomorrow. What the fuck? Then out of the blue we heard a loud rout of applause. They seemed to be ending the drinking party early. Right, I was making me on wait this whole time, wasn't I? I should go back to her soon. You're teasing the kid too much, Nanko-san. Now Keiichi-kun think it's all true. Yeah, I apologize. It's the bad habit of mine again. Tanako-san, sticking her tongue out bashfully, the strangeness in her expression was nowhere to be found. Then Tanaka sees an innocent child like you, she can't help but wanting to poke fun at them. It's a real bad habit. Keiichi-kun, you listen to everything so earnestly that she ended up getting carried away. Unlike Tanako-san, Tomitake-san seemed like a normal person with common sense. They were apologizing after realizing that kind of impression they gave me. This time Tanako-san just said it's all fiction. And I'm gonna end it here because my voice is dying. Anyways, let me just quick save. Boop. Uh, uh, quick save, and I'm going to say I have a YouTube, I have a Twitter, all can be found in the About Me section on Twitch. And I wish you a very good beginning, middle, and end of your day. And thank you everybody for watching, and have a good time. Bye bye.